Hey everyone, it's Chef Ben here, and today I'll be making a cooking tutorial on how to make a salmon fillet. So over here we have our ingredients: half a lemon, parsley, salt, dried basil, garlic powder, and butter, and of course our salmon fillet. Some tools you'll need are a small mixing bowl, measuring spoons, a brush and spatula, your pan, and a plate to present it on. So the first step is the seasoning. So we're going to move our butter, lemon, and parsley to the side. We're going to get a small mixing bowl and our measuring spoons. We are going to use 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, so there's not much in here, so this is about 1 tablespoon. We're going to use 1 tablespoon of dried basil, you can take some of that out because it's a bit much. And finally, our salt. We are only going to use half a teaspoon of salt. Where's half a teaspoon? We're going to put it over the bowl. Pour it in. Put that in. Now you can just use your half teaspoon spoon. Stir it all up. Make sure it's all together. And when you're done, it should look like this. Now for the salmon. I'm going to put our salmon up, put these to the side, get our brush, and we're going to get some, just take a pinch of it, put it in the middle, and then spread it on in the middle of the salmon. Now we can do that to the other parts of the salmon. Just brush it evenly on all sides of the salmon. I'm going to put it over in a second. Now that we've done one side, we're going to flip it over nice and gently so none of the salmon rips. Now we're going to put some on the salmon. Now we're going to do it on these two sides. Don't worry about making a mess, because that's what cooking is, usually a mess. Now once we've got everything on, we're gonna put all our tools and food that we use to use that. We're gonna put all that to the side, and now we'll use the butter, and we'll put it on to medium heat, so the 6 and the 4, if you have this, kind of, and then you will put your butter on. It's about 2 teaspoons or 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're gonna make sure we get all of it melted on, and then we will add our salmon. So it should start melting pretty quickly. So we can put it a little bit higher so all the butter melts. And then once we put the salmon on, we'll change it to medium heat. We're almost ready. Most of the butter has melted. Now all the butter has melted. We're going to put it down. Now we're gonna add our salmon. So we've got our salmon, and now once we add our salmon, we're gonna put it medium heat. We're gonna wait about 5 minutes for it to cook. Now I'll see you when when 5 minutes has been done. Okay, so 5 minutes has been up, and a sign that it's ready is you see the butter, it's going a little bit brown, and that should mean that it has soaked in on the salmon. Burnt myself. Now we're gonna flip it. Okay. Now we got our salmon. And we're gonna wait. So turn down the heat. I'm gonna wait another 2 to 5 minutes. But while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna do our lemon and parsley. So for the lemon, you're just gonna cut off the top, because that's not good. Cut off the bottom, and then split your lemon in half, and you should have this. But you need this in half so it makes a nice lemon wedge. And we can put all the rest of this to the side. So once we've got our lemon, we can have this one on the side too, in case everyone likes their lemon. So we've got our 2 lemons, and now for the parsley. So we're gonna get all the stems at the end, and we're gonna cut all the way. We're gonna cut from. We're going to cut off all the stems of the parsley. Get all the parsley leaves together. So once we've got our parsley, we can start cutting it up. So we've got our parsley together. We've got our leaves. We can put that to the side with the rest of the lemon. And now we're going to start cutting this. Once we've got it all cut down to a good size, we can get all the parsley off of the knife. So I'm just going to cut it down a bit more. Okay, now our parsley is good. I'm going to get all the parsley off. Bring it to the side. Air 2 lemon wedges and our parsley over here. We're going to move this, get our plate, get our salmon. So it should be about ready. I'm going to flip it over. You get 1 salmon on. See if the salmon's good. Yes, it is. The salmon off too. I'm going to put that to the side. Get it off the stove. Okay, now for the presentation. So once we've got our 2 salmon, it'll be a little bit hot, so I'm going to do this quickly. We're going to put it together. So like this, get it together. Now we're going to add our lemon wedge right in the middle. We're going to put this one to the side, put this one in the middle, and we're going to do our parsley now. So once we've got it to this side, I'm going to get a paper towel. I'm going to clean the plate up from all the salmon juice, so it's nice and presentable for all different kinds of people. So once we've got it cleaned, you can put this to the side, fix our lemon wedge, add this over here. And now for the parsley. So once we've got our parsley, we're going to take a lot of it. Put it right in the middle, on top of the lemon. And after we have that on the lemon, we're gonna take some of our smaller bits from all around the board. Now that we have it presented, we will bring it to the table and have the taste test. Okay. So once we have it ready at the table, we are going to try it. So what we are aiming for is a nice pink salmon color in the middle. It is perfect. And perfect and delicious. Move it to the side. Cut it right down the middle to show you all. Now that you know how to make a salmon, why don't you head over to your kitchen and make it yourself. So see you in